$800 a day. That is the reality of the AI Job Arbitrage method using the February 2026 update. We aren't just applying for jobs, we are deploying a fleet of autonomous agents that secure high-paying remote roles before the coffee in your mug even gets cold. And the startup cost? Under $50. This isn't about working harder, it's about being the first person in the room every single time. I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to automate the grind and stack your income. Most people are still manually scrolling through LinkedIn, wasting hours on cover letters that never get read. We are moving past that. We are using the LiftmyCV scanning agent to turn the job market into a passive revenue stream.
So what exactly is AI Job Arbitrage? It is a method where you use high-speed automation to capture high word count writing gigs and remote roles paying between $18 and $50 an hour. You aren't just an applicant, you are a system. By leveraging the February 2026 update, we can now generate hyper-optimized resumes tailored to specific ATS algorithms in milliseconds. This ensures you are always the top candidate for roles that allow for asynchronous work schedules. This is the triple stack strategy. You aren't looking for one career, you are looking for 3 manageable roles that occupy the same 8-hour window. The math is simple. 3 roles at $30 an hour equals nearly $200,000 a year. Why is this working right now? Because the February 2026 update of LiftmyCV introduced the scanning agent. Companies are desperate for talent, but their HR departments are overwhelmed. They often hire the first qualified person who hits their inbox. We are entering a window where the technology outpaces the corporate hiring process. This gap is where the money is made. If you wait until the job is 3 days old, you've already lost. We target the first 60 minutes. The competition is still doing things the 2024 way. They are writing manual emails. You are deploying a system that applies to 50 relevant roles while you sleep. The market timing is perfect because remote work has stabilized into these high-output, low-oversight roles.
Who is this for? If you have 2 hours an evening and a basic understanding of how to use a browser, you're in. This works for students, professionals looking to pivot, or anyone who realizes that a single salary is a single point of failure. You don't need to be a coder. You don't need to be a professional writer. You just need to be the operator of the tool. The agent handles the heavy lifting of matching your skills to the job description and formatting the pitch. This is for the person who wants to build a boring asset. It's not flashy, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a systematic approach to capturing existing market demand using 2026 automation technology.
Let's look at the math. The LiftmyCV agent has a free trial, but the pro version is about $47 a month. That is your only overhead. One single $18 an hour gig pays for your entire year subscription in less than 3 hours. If you secure 2 roles at $30 an hour, your monthly revenue is $9,600. Subtract the $50 tool cost, and your profit margin is over 99%. That is the power of arbitrage. The return on investment here isn't just high, it's astronomical. But the real money isn't in the obvious part. It's in how you set up the scanning agent to target the hidden listings. Let me show you the blueprint.
Step 1 is setting up your scanning agent. In the February update, you can now input asynchronous friendly as a primary filter. This targets roles where performance is measured by output, not by being active on Slack for 8 hours straight. You'll connect the agent to your LinkedIn and Indeed profiles. The agent doesn't just look for keywords. It uses semantic search to find roles that match your actual experience, even if the job title is different. This expands your pool by 400%. Once your profiles are linked, you set your income floor. I recommend starting at $20 an hour for your first role to build momentum. The agent will ignore anything below that, keeping your pipeline focused on high-value targets.
Now for the 24-hour rule. This is the secret to a 90% response rate. You configure the agent to only apply to jobs posted within the last 24 hours. In fact, the most successful users set it to a 1-hour refresh cycle. When a company posts a job, the first 10 applicants get the most attention. By the time the listing is 48 hours old, there are 500 applicants. You want to be applicant number 1, 2, or 3. The LiftmyCV agent runs in the background 24/7. It's like having a dedicated recruiter working for you while you sleep, eat, or work your other job. It's the ultimate unfair advantage in the modern job market.
Next, we optimize the resumes. The February update includes an auto-tailor feature. For every single job the agent finds, it creates a unique version of your resume that mirrors the exact language of the job description. This isn't about lying, it's about translation. It highlights your relevant skills using the specific terminology the company's ATS is looking for. This moves your application from the maybe pile to the must-interview pile instantly. The agent even generates a custom cover letter that references specific details from the company's recent news or mission statement. It looks like you spent an hour on it, but the AI did it in 3 seconds.
Once the interviews start rolling in, we move to asynchronous role stacking. The goal is to find roles that are task-based rather than time-based. You want jobs where as long as the work is done, they don't care when you do it. This allows you to work role A from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., role B from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and role C in the afternoon. You are effectively getting paid for 24 hours of work in a standard 8-hour window. The key is management. Use a unified calendar to track deadlines and ensure you never have overlapping meetings. Most of these $25 per hour roles have very few meetings, which is why they are perfect for the stack.
Finally, let's talk about the high word count writing gigs. These are the hidden gems of the LiftmyCV agent. Many companies need massive amounts of documentation, blog content, or internal reports and are willing to pay flat fees per project. By using AI to draft the initial structure and your expertise to polish it, you can complete a $500 project in 2 hours. That effectively pushes your hourly rate to $250. This is where the real wealth is built. The agent can be set to scan freelance boards like Upwork or ProBlogger simultaneously with full-time roles. This creates a hybrid income model that is incredibly resilient to market changes. You have the stability of a job and the upside of freelancing. Let's talk about the first 30 days. Week 1 is all about calibration. You'll set up the agent, refine your base resume, and start the scanning process. Don't expect to hire in the first 48 hours. You are building a pipeline. By week 3, you should have at least 5 to 10 interviews lined up. This is a numbers game. The agent is doing the volume. You just have to show up and be a professional human. Most of these roles are yours to lose at this point. By the end of month 1, the goal is to have your first anchor role secured. This is your base income, usually a $25 to $35 per hour position that provides the foundation for the rest of your stack. The biggest mistake people make is the burnout trap. They try to stack 3 high-intensity, meeting-heavy roles at once. That is a recipe for disaster. You must ensure your stack consists of low-drag roles. A low-drag role is one where you are given a list of tasks on Monday and expected to deliver them by Friday. These are common in data entry, technical writing, and project coordination. These are the roles that make the $3,200 a week blueprint possible. Always protect your anchor role. If a second or third gig starts interfering with your primary income, drop it and have the agent find a replacement. The system is automated, so finding a new gig is as easy as turning the agent back on. Here is a pro tip for minimizing your startup costs, the free trial to subscription model. LiftmyCV often offers a 7-day trial. You can set up your agent, run it at max capacity for those 7 days, and often secure your first interview before the first bill hits. Once you have that first paycheck, the $47 monthly fee becomes irrelevant. It's a business expense that is tax deductible in many regions. You are essentially using the company's own hiring budget to fund your automation tools. Think of this like a utility bill for your income. You pay for electricity to keep the lights on, you pay for the agent to keep the money flowing. It is the most profitable subscription you will ever own. The top earners, the people hitting $500 a day and beyond, do one thing differently. They stack by industry. If you have 3 roles in the same industry, your knowledge overlaps, making you even faster at each task. If you are writing for 3 different tech companies, the research you do for one often applies to the others. You are getting paid 3 times for the same learning curve. This is how you move from working 8 hours to working 4 while getting paid for 24. This is the pro level of the arbitrage blueprint. It's not just about having jobs, it's about owning a specialized niche where your AI-assisted output is higher than any manual worker could ever hope to achieve. If you spend 2 hours tonight setting up your scanning agent and refining your base resume, you could have your first interview request by the end of the week. The market is moving fast, and the February update won't stay a secret forever. The difference between people who make $30,000 a year and those who make $300,000 in 2026 is the tools they use. You now have the blueprint for the most powerful job-seeking tool on the planet. Go to LiftmyCV, start the trial, and set your filters to asynchronous and last 24 hours. Your new income stream is waiting. I'll see you in the next one.